Welcome to the Eclectic Thrifter and Crafter, where we thrift and craft with purpose. It's Tea Tuesday. Or in my world, Crafty Tuesday. Alright, it's been a week. Now we have another project, so let's see what mischief I've gotten myself into this week. Today we are going to do a restoration on a Madame Alexander doll. We are going to begin by spraying her down with peroxide. I keep a bottle of peroxide handy all the time for various stains and restorations. You never know when you're going to need it, and it's not expensive at all. I'm using white paste Colgate toothpaste, just a sample from the dentist is going to do, and baking soda. The baking soda is going to be very gentle, especially when we get to her face. It won't remove any of her makeup. Any thick cream rinse is going to do. Do not shampoo the doll's hair. Only use cream rinse. I'm going to spray the cloth body down with peroxide that will disinfect it as well as take away any stains. Here I'm mixing the toothpaste and the baking soda to make a wonderful little scrubbing mix. I was at a craft fair this weekend and it was a very successful Saturday. I met a lovely lady who was looking at the knit doll coats that I had available, and she was telling me that her sister loves these dolls, and I just happened to tell her that I had been planning to do a hair restoration video, and I said that I would do it this week just for her sister. Now you're going to take a nice white cloth and begin rubbing gently. And you'll see just how dirty the doll is once you look at your cloth. You'll be surprised. Warm water and gentle scrubbing, and she's going to be as good as new. See, it's very gentle on the face. You don't have to press down very hard, and it takes all of that dirt away. I have never found an American Girl doll, but the only dolls I'm going to pick up are either American Girl or Madame Alexander. I don't like the faces on the other dolls. I don't think they're very pretty at all. I think my favorites are the Madame Alexander dolls. And here you're going to be able to see just how dirty she was. And it came right off. I'm not much of a doll person. When I was young, I preferred to play with my brother's trains and trucks rather than the dolls that I had. I was not terribly fond of the Barbie dolls, and my mother made some lovely clothes for them, but my favorite was a Tiny Tears doll of color that came out in 1959, and my grandmother gave her to me, and I had her forever and ever and ever, and she got lost in 1984 when we had moved to Denver, and I was able to replace her with a doll, very similar doll, about 2 years ago, and I named her Suzanne. As you can see, I purchased her for $3. It took a little bit of work, but I was able to get the grease paint off. Now it's time to tackle that tangled hair. We're going to get some fresh warm water, and remember, do not shampoo. When I find these Madame Alexander dolls, I usually find them, fix them up, and give them away. Now you want to really saturate the hair with water. When it's matted like that, it can be very hard to get the water into the fibers. Take your cream rinse, use a very generous amount, and massage it thoroughly into the fibers right down to the scalp. Once you've done this, you can start with your rat tail comb, work from the scalp down just a ways, and then start at the ends and work your way back. This restoration takes approximately an hour and a half, beginning to end. Unfortunately, due to the tangling and the matting, you are going to lose a few strands. I've made a temporary curler out of some cardboard strips, and I'm just going to clip them and keep everything separated as I'm combing out the tangles. Here I'm trying to find the rows where the hair has been sewn into the scalp of the doll. The cream rinse will allow you to pull the hairs apart fairly easily. So as I found the rows where the hair has been inserted into the scalp, I'm going to try and untangle 3 rows at a time and make the process go just a little bit faster. This is a project where you definitely want to put on an audiobook or a movie. We've reached the point now where it's all been pretty much untangled, so I'm going to loosen the curlers and get it all combed out, and then it's time to rinse. You're going to want to get some fresh warm water and begin rinsing. And you're going to want to rinse her hair 3 times until the water is somewhat clear. Each hair is going to be protected with a layer of cream rinse. It's still in there, so now you can begin combing her hair out and tidying up the ends of the hair. And it's time to begin blow drying. And you can use curlers and curl the hair if you like, but what I'm going to be doing shortly is I'm going to be using a flat iron. Have your flat iron ready to go and have it set on the lowest setting. Isn't that pretty? It turns out very, very well. And it's as good as new again. So this is what her hair was like fresh from the thrift store. And this is what it looks like after a good wash with some cream rinse. Remember, never shampoo. And the scrubbing came out wonderfully. She looks as good as new. The toothpaste mixed with the baking soda does a wonderful job. I hope you've enjoyed our little project for today. Please like and subscribe, and tapping that like button helps the algorithm share my channel. Please share my Thrifting and Crafting channel with your thrifting crafting friends. I welcome your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. Check us out on Instagram and tap that notification button for upcoming announcements of thrifts and crafts. But most of all, have a lovely, lovely day.